What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Red Cloud Society. Today we have a slightly different video from our last two. We're doing our top 10 or 10 of our most hated characters in Naruto. This won't be in any particular order, and some of these characters won't come as any surprise to you, but it's just something that we felt like we had to throw out there just because it's fun to hate on some of these guys. So without further ado, do you have anything else that you want to say?
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, just definitely got to talk some shit about some Naruto right now. And also, this is not a combined list. Like, it's just, 4 or 5 of your most hated characters and also 4 or 5 of mine. We don't necessarily agree on all of these. So go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So, and just one last thing, we'll do four and then have an honorable mention at the end. And this is
Yeah,
a
that
pretty
sounds
fluid
good.
list. Like tomorrow, I could change my mind and be like this third person's getting swapped with someone else. But so I'm just gonna get this guy right out of the way. Fuck Danzo. He is a total piece of shit. I don't know if he was supposed to be like an anti-hero, a villain, or like what, but his Anbu were fucking useless. He was fucking useless. He killed a lot of people and got a lot of people killed for no fucking reason. Just straight up said, "Fuck the leaf, pain. Do what you have to do. I'm gonna chill underground real quick." Like it, it just makes no sense to me what he was
I
trying
feel,
to do.
yeah, I mean, like, everybody fucking hates Donzo, but I also feel like that's his point as a character. Like, I agree. I don't know if he's like an anti-hero or a villain, and he just does some really lame fucking shit, but like, I feel like the fact that people hate him is a good thing. It's not like people don't care about him, and he also is pretty fucking strong. So
Yeah, it's just if he had accomplished one big thing where we're like, you know what, for all the hate we give him, at least he did this, like it would be understandable. But I don't think there's anything where I'm like, oh, thank God he did that. But that's
yeah,
why he's on my list.
yeah, fair enough. And I feel like 99% of the world would agree with
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
besides maybe me. But
yeah.
all right,
Obviously,
so the first one on my list, also in no particular order, just want to get him out of the way as well. I feel like most people agree on this one is fucking Kabuto. Jesus, like, I'm the second stage of the six beds, but I still need to wear fucking glasses. Like, I just, I, especially in part two, like, he is just a really bad, like, just stealing all of Orochimaru's chakra and summoning so many Edo Tensei soldiers that it just makes the war pointless. But Christ, that's a topic for another time as well. Also, I feel like there are some people like you who liked him in part one, where he was kind of like a cool double agent for Orochimaru or whatever. But even from the very beginning, I was already so tainted on him. Like when he was a Genin and he was like, "I failed the cheating exams like 7 times, and I have all these ninja info cards." Like even like 11-year-old fat me was like, "This guy's a fucking loser." So him like becoming like like a Jonin level double agent like didn't impress me enough, and then all the shit and ship it in like just made it even worse. So fuck Kabuto.
yeah. When he got to like the dragon stage, it was kind of like, okay, I can't fuck with this anymore. And
Well, the
especially
thing
once his
is,
backstory came out, it was like, dude, your backstory sucks, but have you fucking heard of Sasuke and Gaara or Kakashi? Like, what's up?
yeah. Well, the other thing is too, like I was really hyped to see like his like that form of senjutsu period because you see all the Toad Sage mode and shit, and like the snakes, the snake sages are like equally as powerful. And even the
Mm-hmm.
shit he did was pretty damn cool, like the white rage attack and the inorganic animation. Like that was awesome. It just sucked that they wasted it on fucking Kabuto.
Fair enough. Well, going to my second. Well, this isn't an individual. I grouped them together. Second group or person on my list are just the feudal lords in general.
Drop the
Um,
bomb.
kind of like they're kind of like Donzo, but even less screen time. Like, what the fuck are they doing? What's the point? The only time we ever see them is when they're like fucking chilling. Well, you see them when they're electing like the six Hokage and stuff like that. But like most of it for me that I remember is when the Fourth War was going on, and they're just like, "Oh, these fucking ninja are just taking so fucking long." Like, bitch, do you see Obito out there with the fucking ghetto statue? Like, what are you talking about? Like, shut
Yeah,
up.
yeah, and I mean, I guess since the series is kind of based on like feudal Japan or whatever, like I guess that, but they just have to be like rich as fuck or whatever because they serve no purpose and they're just hella ninja, just putting their lives on the line to like protect them in the war, and it's for no fucking reason.
Yeah, like they could have just left it at the Kage and it would have been sick. They're like, no, but they're the feudal lords that we work with, and it's like, okay, fuck me. But
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. All right, moving on to number two in my list. Fucking gonna wind the clocks back a while and go with my man fucking Baki, Team Gar's Jonin leader in part one.
oh man,
I fucking hate this guy. So, first of all, like the way characters look and their style matters to me like so much in Naruto. Like it's so hit or miss for me. And his stupid fucking turban, like one eye covered in face paint, like he looks like complete shit and like doesn't look strong at all.
yeah,
Secondly, he kills my fucking boy Hayate for no goddamn reason with like some pussy ass jutsu. And god damn it, I love fucking Hayate in part one, but he was also just like
hmm
deathly ill like Itachi or whatever, and Baki just kills him like borderline off screen for like no fucking point. So fuck him for that. And then even like in the fucking Konoha crush when everything went down, like Sasuke just dipped out of the arena after Gaara, and like Baki was like, "Hey, wait!" and then just like got like caught up by a Leaf Village, like fucking tuning level ninja or some shit. It's like, dude, you're the worst, and it doesn't get
yeah.
better. It doesn't get fucking better in part two either.
No, and then in part two, they just we're supposed to forgive him and act like it's all cool. Like, nah, we're not fucking cool, dog. You killed Hayate. I'll never forgive you.
Absolutely, and he still looks like shit. And even when fucking Datara is about to body their entire village and Yara, he's like more sketched about like, oh, the One Tail's getting out, and it's like, dude, fuck you.
My God, yeah, I can't fault you on that one. Um, so my next one that I have is Choji.
Ooh,
Oh
IDK.
God, like, okay, this is why I hate him. He's just such a bitch. Like, I understand character development is needed, and he had it, but it took way too fucking long for me. Like, he's super nice, and that's the point. But dude, when Asuma you already went through Asuma's death, and then he's reanimated, and you're fighting him, and Ino has to save you because you're too big of a bitch to fucking get Asuma sealed. Like, bro, I can't fucking stand behind you. And he's just fat. I don't fuck with his. I don't fuck with his style. And his jutsus are cool. I mean, his jutsus all right, but it's nothing to make up for the fact that he's just so soft, like soft to a problem.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Like, being a kid in part one and whatever, that was fine. But when he was refusing to even fight, like, Edo, Asuma, and shit in the war, that was pretty lame. And yeah, I am on the same page with you. Like, his jutsus are pretty cool, like the pills and getting big as shit. Like, he is pretty strong towards the end, so I don't hate him as much as you, but I'm not
Yeah,
fucking Team Choji by any means.
yeah. I mean, fair enough.
All right. Since you just brought him up, I'm gonna go with my dark horse on this list. Fucking Asuma Sarutobi, Asuma Sensei. Sorry, but gotta do it to you. So, like I just fucking mentioned in my last one about how style matters to me like so much. This fucking douchebag with his chin strap and bracelets and knuckle blades, chain ripping cigs, like oh, he just looks like such a tool. I can't stand it. Like, and in fairness, that's not the like I'm trying not to make that the only thing about him. First time or second, okay, second time he fights on screen because he does job like 8 fucking Sound Village tuning like in the attack and save Shikamaru in part one. And it's
Yeah,
like, oh, whatever. Like, that's not impressive at all. So first, like, real on-screen fight with Itachi and Kasame and Kurenai. He is getting jobbed in like 2 fucking seconds by Kasame, and he's like, "Oh, this guy's really strong," and like then Kurenai uses her genjutsu, and he's like, "Oh, thank God, it's about time." Just like sweat dripping down his face already. Like, is this a fucking world tour or your girls tour? Like, okay, and then after that, the one thing he does where he like puts a scratch on fucking Kisame's face by making his gay ass knuckle blades like a centimeter longer with chakra. I'm like, wow, dude, that's fucking rad. And then all it does is piss Kisame off, and he's about to murk his ass with a water shark bomb if Kakashi doesn't save him. Like, and then the rest of that whole fight, he's sitting there with his eyes closed, like scared as shit to get caught in anything by Itachi. So, like, he's just a bitch. And then, the one thing I will give him, or actually before I even bring that up, another more valid point to dislike him on. He does pretty much have like the weakest Genin squad in part one, like out of all the other Leaf Jonin. I mean, would you agree with that? I mean, I love Shikamaru.
You think his team's weaker than Kurenai's team?
Yeah, dude, I feel like Shino is low-key strong in part one, and like Kiba's annoying.
I agree.
Kiba's annoying, like I don't like him at all, but he's, you know, I feel like stronger at that point than Choji or fucking Ino. And then Hinata at least has the Byakugan and was kind of banging with Neji a little bit. So yeah, like his team is some ass. Like Shikamaru's cool and like is pretty good, but his team is by far the weakest, I feel like. So not that great of a teacher, but back to what I was gonna say is his death on screen like was good and everything. It was a pretty good moment. But I didn't give a shit at all that Asuma died. I was just upset because Shikamaru was upset, and I like Shikamaru.
Yeah, true. It led to one of my favorite scenes with Shikamaru and his dad. But yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I don't hate Asuma at all. I'm kind of impartial, or I like him a little bit, but yeah, I mean, World Tour or Girls Tour, that's a good point.
And he also did get dirted by Hidan, who was like one of the weaker Akatsuki members. I mean, he did cut his head off, and Kakazu saved him, but still got killed by one of the lower tier Akatsuki boys.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I'll let you have that. So my fourth one got mentioned. His team got mentioned. Kiba. Whew. Man, he is just fucking annoying. I only hate him because he's annoying. And he's annoying from beginning to end, always talking about, I'm going to be Hokage. Like, no, you're fucking not. Like, let's be realistic here. And on top of that, he's just, his jutsus, I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with the Ninja Hound stuff really at all, other than Kakashi summoning Bakun and his team and just being like, yo, go find these people. Like, that's fine. But when it's your main form of ninjutsu, like, nah, I'm not getting behind that. You're annoying as fuck, and your ninjutsu sucks.
Yeah, I mean, he is just an arrogant little shit in part one, and also not that strong to back it up. I mean, honestly, if you didn't put him on the list, I probably would have. But yeah, I mean, even when it's a more even playing field, like all of part one, like he's still not even close to the strongest Leaf Genin. You still got Neji, Lee, Sasuke, even Naruto. Like he saw even Shino maybe. Like,
yo, Shino is slept on. I'm just saying that.
I feel like he's slept on in part one for sure, but part two, I just feel like, you know, everything gets so crazy it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, well, keeping with somebody who has been with us since part one, and Jesus probably shouldn't have been, I'm going to go with fucking Kankuro's soft ass.
Ooh.
All right, right off the bat, obviously, no style, looks like ass. And then beyond that, all right, so obviously have to fucking bring up Sasori real quick. Can't make a video without doing it, but I feel like part of the reason he gets so much shit is that Kankuro is such a pussy in part one and gives everybody a really bad taste of the Puppet Master Jutsu, no matter who watches it. Like, I mean, I guess it was kind of cool to see it first, and he did, I guess, tie with Shino or whatever, but he's just, like, also a douche and is, like, constantly talking shit about his little brother Gaara, who's, like, way fucking stronger. Like, even when he's fighting Lee, and talking to Naruto, and he uses like the sand armor to just withstand like Lee's like actual speed or whatever, and he's like, if you only knew, kid, like that armor is actually a huge weakness and takes up so much chakra. I'm like, yeah, Kankuro, use your fucking crow puppet against Jinchuriki Gaara, like part 1, like, and see if you can get through this fucking sand armor. Like, you're an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
So, and then, yeah, also, so starting in part 2, he gets jobbed by Sasori instantly, and it's like, well, everybody knows Conqueror is a bitch, whatever, and then Sasori gets killed by a girl and an old lady, so then it's like, he's the ultimate pussy, like, based on showing. And whatever, I get that, but it's partially fucking Conqueror's fault. And also, all of that could have been fixed if Sasori just actually killed him, and he was out of the series, so whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel...
Yeah. Go ahead.
I feel like I would have liked the Puppet Master stuff a lot more if Sasori was like my introduction to it. Like, hey, this dude is one of the strongest ninja alive, and this is what he does. I was like, okay, I respect that, but it's just tough when Conqueror is your introduction to it.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is, like, Conqueror is not even supposed to be weak. Like, in the Shippuden and time skip, like in 3 years or whatever, like he was already a Jonin, like working for Gaara, like by at the time he was in his like mid-teens or whatever. So it's not like he was supposed to be weak, but he had to be a pussy, and it sucked.
Yeah, no, I can get behind that. Conqueror is just kind of one of those background characters for me. So those are our 4. Now we're getting into our honorable mentions, and this is going to trigger. This might trigger you, but it's going to trigger some people. Hiruzen Sarutobi. I hate him solely for his leadership. He was a horrible Kage.
That's fair.
2 wars, couldn't fucking handle the... Okay, I'll give him this. He was old as fuck. Not old as fuck. He was old. I won't say as fuck. Couldn't hold back the QB when he was old during the attack that Obito launched. Minato's dead because of it. Thank you. Didn't stop Orochimaru when he had the opportunity. Thank you.
Onoki's catching meteors when he's like 85, so
yeah, like
fucking Hiruzen doesn't get a pass for being like 60.
No, and it's like, you know, all of the village's jutsu, and like that's another thing. He knew all this shit, and we just didn't get to see it. So it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, with that shit, let me see it. Like, right. I don't know.
He was the strongest Kage when he was alive, so he was the strongest alive, so like none of the other Kage would fuck with him, but yet there was 2 world wars, and like the Uchiha who were within their own village felt confident enough to rebel against him. So it's like, okay, like, why are you not flexing a little bit here?
And that's one of the biggest things, not handling the Uchihas the way they should have been. Like, Minato would have went in and figured that shit out. He just kind of sat on his ass, let Danzo fucking pull the strings. Itachi ended up living the worst fucking life imaginable. It's like, bro, just stop. And the final thing for me, this is just the cherry on top, and we might even talk about this in a video in the future. I personally feel like people wank the shit out of him. They're like, oh, like, he's not stronger than Hashirama, but he's close. It's like, no, stop it. Just stop. I'm not fucking buying that.
I mean, I understand because, I mean, based on showing alone and, you know, just the manga and screen time and the anime, like, it's hard to argue that he is, like, a god-tier shinobi. I do think he is really strong for a lot of reasons, and just being a Hokage alone, you know, makes him pretty fucking strong. But politically, I agree with you that he just really did nothing and, like, let a lot of innocent people die. So I can get behind why he's on your list.
Yeah, and that's all I have to say about him. He let a lot of people down, me included. Just I can't let him slide for that.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. All right, gonna go with my honorable mention now. Super fucking low-key. Get ready. I'm going with Shizune. Tsunade's like first fucking student. everybody right now is probably like, who the fuck is Shizune? And that's why she's on this list. Like, why is this bitch in the series? Like, so think about all the Sanin's different pupils right now. Orochimaru has Anko, who in part 1 especially is hot as fuck and pretty badass, and then Sasuke, who obviously is strong as shit. Jiraiya has Naruto and Minato, who both go without saying, and then fucking Yahiko, Nagato, and Konan, all in the Rain Village, who are pretty damn strong as well. And then Tsunade has Sakura, who, whatever, like, she becomes a really good medical ninja and does get pretty strong towards the end of the series. And then fucking Shizune, who does nothing. Like, is borderline just her fucking assistant.
Yeah, she's a dud, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, she serves zero purpose in the story. Like, she has, like, a millisecond of fight time in part 1 where she, like, shoots some needles and fucking blows some poison gas at Kabuto and, like, doesn't succeed and then just gets fucking jobbed by him right afterwards. And it's like, okay, so you can't even take on, like, part 1, like, Jonin-esque Kabuto. Like, and then fucking... in Pain's assault, she gets her soul ripped out by the goddamn human path, and I'm just watching that. Like, am I supposed to care about this? Is anybody supposed to care about this? And then, obviously, doesn't even get brought back afterwards, and it's like, all right, good fucking riddance. Like, thanks for that.
Yeah, it's a good comparison. Like, it's good to see in that arc where, like, you see Kakashi die, you see all these people die, and then you see Shizune get her soul ripped out, and you're like, okay, whoa. Like, Kakashi is dead. I don't fucking care about Shizune.
Right, and she's getting her soul ripped out, like, in front of a bunch of other side characters, like Inoichi and, like, fucking Ibiki and shit, and it's like, characters I don't care about, looking at the most useless character ever, like, getting... I feel like even those guys, like Ibiki and fucking shit, were like, who is that? Like, who do they have right now?
Yeah, I mean, at least Ibiki was fucking bodying, I won't say bodying, but he was, like, fighting against one of the paths. I think it was the animal path, wasn't it? So, yeah, I mean, I'll give him that.
I mean, he put her in, like, genjutsu for a second or whatever, but didn't she just, like, summon a fucking rhino, like, on his ass cheeks, and that, like, put him out of commission?
Yeah, he's like, why isn't this fucking working? And she's like, because I'm dead. Boom, I'm out.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. And anyway, so yeah, fucking why the fuck was Shizune even in the series? Like, we started talking about Shizune, and she is so worthless. We literally just went on a tangent about fucking Ibiki, who was also like a bottom tier fucking support character. And where he's
oh my god. Yeah, that explains it all. But so those are my 5. Those were your 5. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap this up and get out of here?
No, not other than hopefully we'll have something juicy for you next week.
Yeah, well, we know what we got coming next week, and I think it'll be a good one.
It'll be controversial for sure.
Yeah. So that's all we have for you today, guys. If you like the video, feel free to subscribe and like the video. And if you have anything, any advice, any comments, anything you'd like to see in the future, drop a comment down below, and we will see you in the next one.